brand new video today to F1 2019. This is the third video I've done today. The reason why I've done 3 videos today, one, to make sure the content is out on the channel, but 2, because I plan on watching the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend, and also my sister's birthday tomorrow, so I want to make sure plenty of content is out on the channel to watch today, plus through the next few days for you guys, obviously. And the only way really I can realistically do that is through pumping a bit of content out today, really, and maybe on Friday, to really make sure the channel is kept up to date and we're not falling behind on anything. So, so today's obviously also my day off as well. But we're here in Monaco. We've done practice, and actually practice, I can be very proud to say, looked okay. Practice didn't look too bad indeed, from my point of view. We were, for most part, actually 9/10 up on our race delta, so about a second up on that, which is pretty good if it comes to race delta. So we're looking pretty strong in terms of our race pace. However, of course, we're still not too sure where we're gonna finish. So, Monaco, let's get into things then. So already, my race engineer saying not going to be easy to get into the next session, which I agree with. Obviously, one of the more toughest qualifying sessions it can be of the year, as we embark on our out lap. I think we could be first ones out today here as we set away. And we've got a very warm gearbox, so possibly gearbox penalty this race. I think we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, in terms of engine looking all well, should last easily this race, which would mean this has the last 3 races as well. Try and get as far as possible this engine. So obviously going under the Monaco tunnel here in Monte Carlo, as the Leclerc just in front of us now, as I've let Charles through. He should be first to set a lap, of what I'm aware. Yeah, he will be. So backing off here. And we're now gonna go. And here we go then. On our lap of Monaco, first lap up into turn 1, and we're in the barriers. Jeez, that wasn't great. Let's try that again. Right, lap 1. Let's imagine that never happened. Right, through turn 1. Quite nicely through Sandevod. Down the hill now. Car planted in second. Now we'll use a bit of that slipstream that we'll be gaining from the Racing Point car of Stroll. Now, don't really want Stroll to get out of the way just yet. Now would be perfect, in fact.
Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
So, don't want to get him out of the way, as we've lost so much downforce through there. I want to rewind just to about here, so we don't get the damage. There. I feel like that's a fair, you know, Oh, for crying out loud. Final corner, I think it's Raskas. Or Anthony Knows. I think it's Anthony Knows. Jeez, we're terrible. It's all got to be quite brave through there, brave faced. We go 4/10 slower. So not bad luck. Didn't do bad. I know we used 1 or 2 flashbacks, but the lap was okay. Alright, I'm gonna try. I don't know whether we can get into the first session or through first session. We'll do it. Going downhill, need to remember that. Without doing 2 laps. And it was a good circuit for us last year, by the way. It wasn't a bad circuit. And it feels like this circuit is good this year, on this year's game. I don't know why, I feel a bit more comfortable with it. Now don't get me wrong, you can still make mistakes, but I do feel the car is more balanced, especially through the high speed. Feels like there's a lot more forgiveness. And it will slide a lot less, which is good. But yeah, the lap time went bad overall. We'll probably have to go again anyway, because we're not capable. Just wondering, do we have enough time to now put in a new gearbox? How long would it take, and would we be safely through? We need to be wheeled into the garage first to find out. Alright, so I want to know, can we obviously get in, get out, put maybe in a new gearbox? I know you may be wondering why I want to put on a new gearbox, but I don't know whether the gearbox will be able to last all 3 sessions in this current state. Because it's pretty worn, 68%. That is when you may start to lose gears. Not so much on the gearbox failure, but I don't want to lose a gear in quali. So that's why I'm just working out if we've got time. How long? Alright. 12 minutes are remaining on the clock. Let's see whether or not, how long would it take? Oh, 12 to 15 minutes. Even if it took 12 minutes, we'd be out, possibly, and I don't want to risk that. Because I'm pretty sure we are going to have to go again. Yeah, I can't risk that, sorry to say. We probably will have to go again for a second lap. Like, yeah. Even though we are... How many seconds away from safety? Ooh, 3/10 of a second from safety. So yeah, we are certainly 100% going to have to go again. Because if around here, the improvement probably can be quite a lot.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 11.9.
Now we're going. So here we go then. Second lap.
Car to track.
Oh, right. So we're not in the drop zone. We are actually through to Q2 at the moment, but obviously having to go again, because obviously in case the track does ramp up, like if the track ramps up between now and the time we get round, like certainly possibility of elimination here in Q1, but also there is a chance we can get through, because the track will have a bit more grip right now, as everyone's been playing around. And where usually these street circuits go is the more cars go around, usually the grippier the circuit becomes. And the more grippier the circuit becomes, especially on a circuit like this, you can find easily half-second improvements sometimes. So it's not in realms of possibility even to go through comfortably. want to get a bit of a move on. Just gotta hope the gearbox lasts. We don't have any gearbox problems. Because if we have one gearbox problem, that could be us out.
30 seconds left
We're in
the session.
14th now. So, got about 20 seconds. Can now start to wind and crank up the engine. Here we go then. 17 seconds. We're gonna have about 15 seconds remaining on the clock. I want to use a flashback. I know it is technically cheating, you could argue, but yeah, I want to just use it, see if we can improve. I want to try again, because I believe you can get right line through there. You can improve quite nice. I want to have a proper attempt at this lap to see what the car is capable of. Through there, we're okay. I lost a bit of time through here. Oh, for crying out loud, we do the same mistake all the time. We were doing that in quali, free practice. We're through, by the way, of what I'm aware. We're doing that all the time in practice. I don't want to see what the car's capable of if we can get a good rest cast in. So about a 10th improvement we had in the tank there. So what would have that been? P12. So okay. So it's going to be touch and go, I presume, for yeah, it is going to be literally a touch and go scenario for actual Q3, but we are knocked out for once. We are in the top 10, top 12. We're through to Q2 quite comfortably, 2/10 in, so we did have what it takes anyway. Our first lap was good enough anyway, so you know, by a good 10th or 2. But you never know, like sometimes you know you could have a 10th or 2, but look, we made up a 10th there even on the last lap, so the track did improve slightly. I think though what mainly did it, we improved the most, sort of thing, or they improved the most, sort of thing. So we had a okay then first lap, which that would indicate. Right, anyway, first lap then in Q2, so we're going to be first up once again. Want to get out onto the track nice and early, get clean air. And then we'll do, obviously, a last lap towards the end. So long that we're not safely through. But, you know, who knows? I think, you know, if we hook the lap up, okay, I mean, get every single corner right, or certainly a good 80% of corners right, to take good speed through Antoninos, good speed through the hairpin, I think we can get a very good lap in, but it does fall down to us at the end of the day. So again, we're sort of in this Ferrari bit. It's Leclerc once again who's behind me, so I'll let Leclerc through somewhere down here. So again, Leclerc obviously stalking me right now at the pits. So here we go then. First lap in Q2. Bit wide, not taking the best line through there. But we're okay through here. Leclerc's going to get a bit of traffic on his lap at the hairpin, so that's a bit unfortunate where he's caught the traffic. We've taken a bit of a sloppy line through here. So far not best lap this first of our 2 runs. Getting a bit of slide off the corner. Right, Raikkonen gonna cause us a nightmare, will he? Or will he give us a bit of slipstream instead? I think it's gonna be a slipstream, and we're 6/10 off there. So a bit slower. Vettel going faster, Russell going faster than us, so what a great lap considering we were in the 11s in Q1. I'm not sure though whether everyone's gone a bit slower, not too sure. Ooh, we've made a bit of a pile up. Obviously, luckily Vel's done his flying lap, so we're all on cooldown laps. Causing a bit of a nightmare here. So in we come, so we're 10th right now. So yeah, not a great lap then. No one has done anything slower than us yet. So yeah, only 6/10 between us and Charles. But what's amazing, we're in 10th. He's in like 2nd or certainly in a better position than us. That's what I find amazing. So little equals so much around the streets of Monaco. You know, I think the main time where we got time to be given is certainly first corner. Got certainly a bit also in the middle, you know. But yeah, as I say, so little equals so much around this circuit. It's amazing how it all works. But as things currently stand, no one's done a slower time. We are the slowest in this session. However, we're only, as I say, for half a second off, you know, 10th. But you know, that is that unrealistic? We're certainly not too far off 11th, only 3/4. So I think that's more than make up, you know. So 11th is more than possible, but yeah.
Checks complete.
Anyway, 2nd flying lap, only 1.1 off the best, but as I say, what's right now the issue? We're not fast enough, and we need to do a faster lap if we wish to progress to the final stage of qualifying here, which we've never done before, certainly not on the previous 2 titles. I don't even know Vettel was coming. So Leclerc once again stalking me out stalking me out the pits. Is Leclerc not going to come out the pits behind me, I wonder, today? What is it with the Ferrari sending Leclerc directly out behind me? Like, it's not helping me. Obviously, I'm not going to let Leclerc pass until we're near the Monaco tunnel. I think we'll let pass somewhat soon, because we're getting quite bunched up. We don't want to bunch others up, so let Leclerc pass now. don't want to let Verstappen pass. But time's pass. Gotta sort of do this. Gotta stay off the track here, getting well out of the way. That was quite a difficult situation because they're on my flying laps. I don't really want to impede them too much. Well, you see how well we coped with that actually. I felt like we almost impeded the Haas driver. I probably should have gone for the corner, but I didn't want to impede them, so I had to practically get right out of the way just to let them through. So we coped it reasonably well. Hopefully we'll be repaid for our kindness. Oh dear. Them backs are really, really cold, so we won't repay there. I think it was Riz. No, not Riz, it was just me, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh well. Anyway, turn one. Lot better. But surprisingly, even though I feel like that was a better, you know, first part of the lap, we only gained marginal through it. Didn't gain as much maybe as once thought. 4 tenths up. So three attempts. Only going to be a 3-attempt game, but will it be not last in the session? I'm not sure. We gained 3 attempts there, and it's 15. So I am going to say could be possibly some gearbox issues already starting to creep in. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was a 3 attempts gain. Look how close though we were actually, only about 1/10 off a second. Look how close though Ricciardo was, but yeah, very, very close. In fact, them three, stupidly close, less than a second splits. Okay, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, the Haas of Lucas Weber, and in fact, nothing splits Russell or Weber. Nothing. Not a single penny or a single ounce split the Haas of Lucas Weber or the Williams. But Devon Butler, 2 tenths from pole. Wow. He could be on pole this afternoon. But yeah, you know, wow. Devon Butler on the front row if qualifying was to end like that. What going on here with the Williams? Williams ain't the fastest car, but Devon Butler is in a race-winning potential car this weekend with the pace of that Williams right now. Like, they're not the fastest team. In fact, I don't think they're anywhere near the fastest team. Yet they're able to get Q3 and we're not. It's a joke. I should put in a complaint. No, I'm only joking, but neither here or there. Point is, okay, like, that is amazing. For Butler, and yeah, but we got through Q2.
That a successful qualifying.
As I say, Rocket Williams are what, the 5th fastest team? No, sorry, 6th fastest team. So they're not even the fastest, yet their pace looked very promising. So obviously putting in a new gearbox, and we'll now get on with today's race here at the Monaco GP. Yeah, and you know, Monaco's never been my favourite track, I'm not going to lie, but it's been nicer on this year's game. So as Azerbaijan Baku, it's been a nicer circuit overall. I feel like there's a lot more, you're getting a lot more reward out of the circuit. I don't know, the something's different. Whether it's the tyre, whether it's the car, I don't know. There's something nicer about, you know, this circuit. So let's have a look at our top 10 starting lineup quickly. I just want to see, did Devon Butler score pole? No, he didn't. So after a brilliant Q2, he only managed 10th then. So what is going on with this game? Jeez, is the game broken? How do you go from second to 10th? Like, I know it simulates it to where it thinks the cars should be, but yeah, you know, 10th.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to
Pace said second
okay before the start.
on my field.
We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine
Anyway,
cool,
enough
so don't go too
complaining
hard on the
about
revs.
Devon. At least he's now in 10th. A bit more fairer. I'm only joking, but anyway, tyres are pretty cold here. So I want to warm up these tyres. Make sure they're nice and warm before the lap is out. Obviously in the low hairpin.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Obviously looking overcast here, but it's meant to be a dry race, so obviously so long it stays dry, that'd be nice. These tyres aren't too warm. I would like them warm up, in all fairness, but that's the best I can do with the circuit length, and really with how much, I don't know whether they're warmer than others. We'll soon find out though. But yeah. So, it's a Mercedes pole, Ferrari second and third, Red Bull fourth. It's lights out and away we go then for what is the Monaco GP, and Albon already alongside, sort of having to give a bit of room to my teammate, and my teammate just pushes into me, and what is my teammate doing? So right, we go, he brakes extremely early, then we go to this gap here, he sort of comes over with me, I'm not pushing him, I don't think, so he sort of comes over with me, then pushes me, obviously the gap he's got is disappeared, pushes me into the Renault, thank God he didn't take out my front wing, then Renault gets stuck, and maybe I thought Renault was on my inside, so maybe I was a bit wrong, maybe it was me, but actually there was racing room, okay, I weren't going all the way across, Albon does touch, Albon I think should have backed out, probably then, I don't know, 50-50, we'll use a flashback from here, okay, but 50-50 either way, so another collision we've had with Alex Albon, my Formula 1 teammate. We've, as teammates, probably collided quite a few times this season. But anyway, down the inside of Butler. Butler not giving too much. I'm sort of having to go on the inside as we fly around, and a virtual safety car. So VSC's been deployed. That's because of a sort of pile-up I caused, actually, and Ricciardo's disqualified from the race. So Daniel Ricciardo's been disqualified because, in a way, we sort of caused a pile-up there because of our aggressive driving, I guess. Come on, we can go racing now.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
So here we go then. Let's go racing. So George Russell next up, obviously just over about somewhat a second ahead. Butler's obviously on new softs, by the way. So we're on fresh softs, he's on new, so his tyres in effect are older. That's one thing about starting outside the top 10. You do get newer softs, of course, which can be advantage, isn't always advantage. But certainly is advantage when you're fighting. Also, if you're looking for grip, just may be able to give you a bit more grip, maybe one more passing opportunity where maybe others can't pass, usually. Oh, for crying out loud, we made that mistake so many times this weekend. I'm getting very frustrated of that, because we've made it so many times. It's such an easy mistake to do, trust me. It's just not steering the car right. We didn't make that mistake so many times, but it's literally letting the car, you could argue, drift out of control. Essentially, that's all we're doing. And yeah, costly, very costly mistake. And mistakes go, I would say. But anyway, so next up, Russell. So we should be going to lap 10. Let's try and make no mistakes between now and our pit stop, which is lap 7, sorry. So 4 laps I'm looking for of no mistakes. Then at least it gets us into a rhythm. But that's what this circuit's all about. It's about rhythm, really. Like, you do want a quick car, like, as well, but rhythm is vitally important. So it looked like we're faster than our teammate, even though we've been that, or like that, for most part of this race anyway.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
Ooh. Frick.
We're leading our teammate by 2.3
Possibly
seconds.
why we've not been, how can you put it, not charging the battery. Full battery was low. Jeez. So our plan didn't really work. We lasted how many laps? 2? I think we got 2 there, so... Oh no, 1. So... Right, 1 lap. Or 1 and 1/4. So again, let's restart, reset. Let's imagine, you know, so 3 laps, want to try and achieve till the pit stop, no crashing. Like, our pace seems to be good. It's not bad. Not perfect, but it's not bad. It's better than Albon's. Massively better than Albon's. Teammates' pace.
Gap to teammate behind is 3.
Oh, for crying out loud. So 3 seconds. Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 3.1 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in 13th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 15.6.
So 15.6. What are we lapping? I feel like we're lapping probably 15.3 or 15.4. We're not lapping
We're approaching the pit
15.1.
window. You'll be on the mediums.
That's what we're lapping. So our pace is there, but It is just literally about, you know, that's fastest first sector I've done all day. I feel like this has been a great middle sector. But that certainly gains time. May do that every time. Gonna back off to where Butler is. That's, I feel, where we are. So we lost a bit of time in that final sector. Just plain and simply because I feel like, you know, we did cheat, so
Our gap to the car in front is
that lap is invalid.
3.1 seconds.
So I did actually go 2/10 slower in that final sector. So I feel like that's probably how much we gained anyway. So that lap's invalid, which is fair enough. Teammates like 5 seconds now behind, and that was dreadful through there. We're really struggling now with the Lowe's hairpin. Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 5.6 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in 13th. The time last lap was a 1:16.4.
Teammate status. Don't really
Leading our
hear it.
teammate by 5.6
5.6.
seconds. They're on old softs.
Nice.
They're in 13th. The time last lap was a 1:16.4.
1:16.4. So yeah, teammate not going fast indeed. We struggle for traction.
In this lap.
17.2, so we certainly fallen now off a little bit. I want to do just the fastest first sector, or saying just to, you know, that one bad, 2/10 down first sector, not bad. So long we're not too far off an Albon delaying one of the Mercedes. I think it's Hamilton who's got the fastest race lap right now. We're delaying Devon, who just can't find a way right now and pass. And this Grand Prix, you know, this is why this Grand Prix is such a tough Grand Prix, because to overtake you need a decent overtaking spot.
This is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting
That's
the
our second
corners.
corner
If you
cut.
keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
So in we come. 5-second penalty for speeding. Really? I thought usually we always do that, and you never get a penalty. I don't know why we get a penalty today for that, which we usually do every time anyway. So, right, one of the Alphas been delayed there.
Release.
Really? Gear unavailable? I was literally waiting. I want to redo that because I'm not great at pit stops on this game again either. So he's actually win red then. Why doesn't it let you go? Literally, it's stupid, this game. And we didn't pick up a 5-second penalty. For crying out loud.
Complete. Go now.
That's better. So you're really, really awkward, I think. I'd like them, if Codemasters were to change one or two things for next year, I want them to change and sort out the pit stop. So literally, it can be a lot smoother. I find it really difficult as a player to get pinch perfect
Clear of the white line on the
this
exit.
year.
We'll receive a penalty
I know that's
for
good,
driving if you cross
at the same time, because for corner cut it ain't corner cutting. How can that be corner cutting? That pit lane has to be one of the worst. Corner cutting. Jeez, you really think I'm gonna corner cut that? Obviously. Come out of pits and corner cut. Jeez, that's the pit exit. Not my fault you built pit exit in the wrong place, that's your fault. Anyway, on with the rest of this race. Which is getting a bit barbaric. Let's try and do, certainly to lap 12, try and not make too many mistakes.
Alexander is coming in for his stop.
All Butler's in front. But cold tyres versus one like cold, fresh or warm softs. Which one do you go for? It's the softs that win the battle. Now I'm not sure whether there'll be any more stops, so it could be quite essential to get in front of Devon here. That's how long we can keep up. Because if we can't, we're screwed. So contact with full. Butler and more contact. Jeez. We keep on doing these mistakes. They're just small but irritating. And having, you know, a bit of a consequence on our performance. One thing good about it is engine wear pretty minimal. That's one good thing about this Grand Prix. I do like. That no matter what, engine wear is pretty minimal. Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 11.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 17th. The time last lap was a 1:16.0.
So teammate just not quite, you know, up to the same standard that I've been on today. Either way, so yeah. Bit disappointing for my teammate, really. But I feel like, even though it's disappointing, like it just feels like we're so close, but so far away from the points right now. Because
catching the car ahead,
in all truth, we're only what 2 positions away from the actual points. Yet we're also, even though we're 2 positions away, we're also so far. It feels like because of the pace difference isn't quite there. You know, it's so far. Remember, also this is one of the races, even on a controller, it does knacker you to a degree. This is just one of them races, but I do think this race, if you can manage it, does make you faster, because you're more good with being accurate, I think, and it's a very much a accuracy circuit, so you'll be quite accurate, because even through the high speed, or well, not high speed, but certainly the medium speed where you're using 4th gear, or this circuit's high speed, like, you're quite honestly always on a knife edge. Like here, you go slightly wide or offline, you can easily end up in the barrier. Even here, take too much entry, barrier. Take too little entry, barrier. Here, take too much on exit, too much throttle, barrier, barrier, barrier. Literally, that is what this circuit's about. You know, it is filled with barriers. Take too much out of a low hairpin, barrier. Take too little out of a low hairpin, barrier. It's literally a balancing act of what's too much and what's too little to a degree. And it's a balancing act. Like other circuits, yeah, for sure, you can probably be a bit more greedy. Notably France, for one, where, you know, you don't have to worry about barrier. Barriers are non-existent in France. It's just make sure you don't spin, stay on the road, do a fast lap. But here, like, even through, like, it's really a one-line circuit, if that makes sense. You can't really go two ways round to back. You can only go one. Yeah, for sure, there's different methods of doing it. You can go aggressive, you could go non-aggressive, like even through here. There's different methods, but it's a one line. There isn't two lines through Raskas. You know, it is a train, and it's just one of them circuits where you've got to do that. Anyway, you've just done a fastest final sector somehow. Don't know how, but geez, fastest middle. If we have that type of pace in the car, why can't we do it all the time? Teammate status.
Gap to teammate behind is 9.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 17th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 14.0.
So teammate lapping now faster than myself here. So that's not great. Wanna get down. Maybe into the 14s. We're 7/10 off now. One thing we could do, and that's take the fastest lap away from Lewis Hamilton. I may do that. Or who's got fastest? Oh, don't want to do that, don't want to restart. Who's got fastest lap right now? I think it's Hamilton. 1:13.1. 1:13.4. Charles Leclerc. 1:13.2. So can only be really the top runners, I would say. Won't be Gasly. 13.4. Check Gasly actually. 13.6. Raikkonen 14. Verstappen 14s. Perez 13.9. So yeah, it is Lewis Hamilton with fastest lap. Could try and take that away from Hamilton. I may pit with set soft.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Set soft.
Roger that. Soft tyres at the next pit stop.
Right, so we got an option here. Take the fastest lap away from Lewis Hamilton. Or pray there's a few retirements in front of me, and pray idealistically that the race will come to us. I'm fancying...
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving. Check your MFD for a new
Well, we're going
strategy
in.
option.
Set soft.
We've been handed a 3-second penalty for obvious corner
So-
cutting.
Obvious. Set soft. The reason why I wanted brake front wing, because front wing was slightly broken. Soft. That's enough 3-second penalty.
Didn't
So
catch
right
that.
top.
Say again. No
So-
threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good. Dries seem like the fastest.
Here you go
time at
then.
the
So
moment.
we're not gonna win. We might as well come last. And we're not getting points. So I know this is probably a bit of defeatist mindset, but yeah,
Go, go, go.
we're not winning, and we're in fact not even going to come last. We're going to come 19th.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
So long we can dispense of Hulkenberg. So we've only got really one lap to do this, which is fine. Now, do I want DRS or do I not want DRS? Or do I try and get DRS towards the end on Hulkenberg? What do I do? Do I back off, let Hulkenberg go? If we're not ahead, I say... We're gonna do fastest lap now anyway, it's guaranteed. There's no guarantee also of passing, so we're gonna back off, give like a 6-second gap, I think. So should be able to gain anyway, quite quickly. So here we go then, on the fastest lap
Teammate ahead is
of
20.8
Monaco, hopefully.
seconds.
Oh, bit of tail spin. On the left. This is violent. And we're 8/10 down. So, may have to come in again, are you saying? These tyres are only 11% warm. I'm not feeling it right now. 8/10 down, that ain't enough. So we're gonna have to try and keep it
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
from that point. We want to do fastest lap, but 8/10 down, that's a lot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
pushing
forgot.
your luck on the
We
track
won't be
limits
getting...
too much. We've been given a 3-second penalty.
We've got like 3 seconds, so that feels very odd. Alright, so second attempt. So we've still been cruising around now. So second attempt to try and get this fastest lap.
Gap to car in front is 7.4 seconds.
So this is literally the second attempt.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
So, only 3 tenths of a gain, which isn't much. I don't know whether it's enough to do the fastest lap. If it is, I think that's what's done the fastest lap. That'd be the corner cut. So,
Engine is looking a little
9 tenths. Geez, we've crashed into everything, so 9 tenths in the middle, that certainly would be the fastest. Because, yeah, 9 tenths is, what we need. need about a second in lap time. 6 tenths only, and that's invalid. You're having a joke. How is that invalid? You're having a joke, aren't you? We're not gonna get fastest lap. We are not getting fastest lap. That's really frustrating. Recently our races have been shocking, haven't they? We haven't had one single good race recently. Like, China was a great race. Since China, we've been unlucky as hell. Since that stop where I chose to go onto slicks, we've been just... I'm sorry, not slicks, inters. We've been just so unlucky. We've had no luck on our side whatsoever. None of the race circuits. Hopefully it'll change in Canada. I'm just praying. It's got to. As well, surely. Like, how many more races are we going to have this unlucky run for? Like, it's got to come to an end somewhere. I don't know why we're in power unit 5. But, like, it's got to come to an end somewhere, this unlucky feat. Like, Austria I'm feeling confident about. I'm thinking France and Austria is where it will end, this unlucky period. Where we continue to score 0 points. That's my belief. Like, I feel like Austria is where we can build on. But it's got to end somewhere.
We're trailing our teammate by 27.3 seconds.
Right, may be able to go for one last attempt. A very late attempt on the soft, but
we have 2 laps of fuel remaining. The gap to the car
I don't know
is
where
14.1
it's all going to end from. Like, this unlucky drought. Well, I may just actually get lapped for purpose. I don't want to finish race. You know, let whoever's leading through. Like, I don't know, it's just not been right recently. Vettel's leading, no surprise there. So we'll follow Vettel through. He's on, I think, lap 20 anyway, so we've been lapped here, and we've been the only car to be lapped, and we're in the wall. Oh, jokes. As I say, I hope maybe next race.
Continue to cut corners. The stewards will give you a penalty.
Maybe next race. We've done it twice now. Same thing. So that time, car had a bit more of an impact.
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
So Vettel wins to lead home Hamilton. Leclerc third.
Pick up rubber and bring it home.
But yeah, just disappointing all round. Like, yeah, like Vettel will open up the championship lead now, by the way, as well. Just wanting to inform you about that, but just disappointing, really disappointing. Like,
fans across the globe, a world-class win for a world-class team. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Sebastian Vettel will be very happy with that result as he extends his championship lead. Some amazing...
We're literally the Toro Rosso in despair right now. In despair. 1 point. Like, I gave up, obviously, as I say, the 12th place, which probably would have been better now keeping, kind of think of it overall, just for that fastest lap. It's clearly not paid off, and we're now trailing our teammate also in the rivalry now chart, which isn't good. So yeah, we're losing that. We're losing confidence in the team now. Like, I don't know. What can we do?
That's very disappointing. I know you can do better than that. Take stock of what went wrong so you can get a better result next time. Looks like one of your rivals is also going to an upcoming historical event. If you choose to take him on...
So we're gonna try and get that upgrade done. And that's that done at least. We've got a good engine anyway in the back of this thing. Just need a bit of a boost, I feel. So that should be ready for France, which is be okay. So that should help the aerodynamics of the car. Then I think we'll focus on aero for a bit. So next, obviously, race will be driven on the wheel. So yeah, that'll be the next race, driven on the wheel. But yeah, gotta be said, like, we weren't good there today. Neither of the races, like, you know, it's a bit more understandable when I'm using the wheel, don't get me wrong. When I'm using the controller, I feel like it's 50-50 if I have a better race. But it's not like we had a bad race, it's just no luck. Like, a 113.5 on a set of soft, isn't lucky at all. We're out of luck. We need a bit of lady luck, hopefully. Hopefully we'll get that here in Canada next race. Because yeah, right now we're struggling and we're now the worst team on the grid. Like, yeah, we've been upgrading relentlessly. We've sort of slipped in the power chart. I want to get some big upgrades on the car. Like, I'm trying to upgrade ASAP, but like, it is hard. I think the mechanicism of the game is broke. Because it feels like the AI are upgrading way too fast, I think. Compared to, you know, they're making upgrades every other race. It feels like I don't know, like, it's difficult to put a finger on it. We did better in Australia and in, you know, Bahrain, but we did worse, or we haven't had good races in China. Well, we did have a good race in China up to a point until I put the intermediates on. So China, right, let's say, okay, we ruled out China. Let's have a look compared to last season. 13th. So, China, Azerbaijan, okay, yeah, same race, more or less, in terms of position. So we've had a worse race in, certainly, both here and Monaco. Here, actually, we would have finished 12th. So, maybe we've had a slightly better race. Maybe. Maybe I'm just been a bit too hard on myself. Maybe I'm not looking at the positives. Maybe I'm looking at some of the negatives. But certainly, you know, it isn't been easy so far up to this point. And we need to find out what's gone wrong. And we need to try and work out how can we put it right. It's ultra close, though, in this midfield right now. Don't think it ain't. It's really ultra close. Like, you know, it's gonna swap and change every race. It's very close between us and Renault, very close between us and McLaren. You know, it's literally upgrade after upgrade after upgrade, and it's swapping and changing. And in fact, we are making inroads on, I think, the top lot. But yeah, it is a very close so far competitive season. So we can't rule out points elsewhere. But you know, it's going to be tough. Anyway, see you all next time for another video. I'm your host Julian. Over and out.